Welcome to the Marble Sports Worldwide Podcast, where we discuss and analyze your favorite marble sports. From JMR Marble League to All-Go-Do tournaments, we'll make sure you never miss the action. All marble sports, all the time, right here on the MSW Podcast.
Hello, Marble sports fans, and welcome to the one and only Marble Sports Worldwide Podcast. My name is Brendan.
And I'm Commander Wolf.
He is Commander Wolf.
That's a little different than normal.
Yeah, you always like to let me know when my intro is not what it should be.
I was talking about my intro. I was talking about my intro that time. I didn't say it the same.
You said it exactly the same. Guys.
No, I didn't. Whatever.
Didn't he?
Well, look, this isn't important. Let's just move on.
Okay, let's move on. This is a great intro.
We have a very special episode today because not only we have a very special guest, but also we have Marbula 1 to talk about, and my word, has it been a journey to this day.
Oh, yes. While we're here talking about Marbula 1 and all that stuff, few and quick announcements, and then we'll get to the news. First off, MSWAL Event 4 will be out this Friday. I'm so sorry, everybody, for the delay, but I had to make sure it was decorated really nice in the Chinese-Asian theme that I chose for whatever reason. Also, the video editing stuff was annoying for a little bit, too. And yeah, that's pretty much the only announcement, right? We don't have anything super crazy going on. And then Marbula 1's out, man. It's gonna be a lot to talk about with that. I have a big problem with both Fubica's qualifier video and Marbula 1's qualifier video. The races for both of them are exciting and awesome, but the qualifier videos both have a problem of their own. So we're gonna get all into that, guys. We're gonna just have a lot of fun today with our special guest. Without further ado, let's get to the news.
Hello, Marble sports fans! I am Johnny Marble, and as always, I am bringing you the best news of Marble sports for MSW. Now, guys, Marbula 1 has finally arrived. It's race day, grand opening, and the first race did not disappoint. You see, the Savage Speedway Grand Prix opened up, and it was incredibly exciting with its many position and lead changes throughout the 10 laps. But in the end, Team Galactic came out on top, followed up by the Hazers in second and the Snowballs in third. The Savage Speeders, however, did place fifth, but they did start in last. So in my point of view, they did pretty good. And they also received an extra point for having the fastest lap out of every team. In other news, though, race number 3 of Marbula Fubeca's Marble Circuits, the China Grand Prix, also concluded with exciting results. The unique, wider section of track allowed for a lot of position changes to occur, which made the race more fun to watch, and it makes us wonder what they'll come up with next. And while it was a bit shaky in the middle of the race, Sea Turtles managed to take first for the second race in a row, followed closely by Sparky in second and Loose Wheel in third. Well, hey guys, I've been Johnny Marble, you've been great, and let's take it back to Brendan and... Wait. Hey guys, how you doing?
Oh man, hello, welcome back from the news, everybody. Okay, let's introduce our very special guest. Say hello.
Hello, Marble sports fans!
Yes,
it's great to be here.
So
I had
good.
all I can do not to crack up during that. By the way, the live chat, someone in the live chat just said a huge hello. Please refrain from more than...
It's great to be here, guys.
We're all peeking today. We're all peeking our audio today.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Man.
That was incredible, dude. I love that little thing at the end. That was great.
That was
thank you.
incredible.
Thank you.
What were you like? Now let's go back to Brendan. Oh wait. Hello, I'm here today. That was
this is gonna be one wild episode. All right, but anyways,
God.
Johnny, welcome to the podcast. It feels like we this has been a long time coming. Like I can't believe we haven't had you on yet.
It's like you
guys have tried, but my schedule just never lined up.
Yeah, all those other news gigs you got, right?
Oh, you guys know I'm only a news guy for you guys.
Oh.
But yeah, I just can't believe you've been the voice of the news ever since episode 8, man.
I know.
8.
I know.
And I just can't believe it. That was, like, back in that day, so many things were different. So many things. I cannot express how
I just
crazy
remember
it is.
you guys telling me, hey, you want to do the news this week? And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then I just kept doing it after that.
Yeah, and you were like, it's a lot of fun. And then your touching words on the special, dude, like, they were just so...
those are all true, though. You guys put together a heck of a podcast that I actually enjoy listening to.
Oh, yeah.
That part of the special was really important to me, like, because at the time I was the only one who'd actually heard your recording of that, and so I was watching the live chat to see how everybody else reacted to it in that moment. Like, it was very special.
Man, you guys are awesome. The people that actually watch the podcast are awesome.
Yeah, we're getting more and more now. We got someone who emailed us about a whole sponsorship situation, which is great, which means they love the show.
Oh, I'm glad they love it.
Johnny, you're awesome. Like, you're probably the most entertaining part of the podcast that I listen to.
I don't
every
think so.
single
You two bickering at each other is probably my favorite part.
What did you say? Us two bitching at each other? Whoa.
No, bickering.
I was like, what?
Let's keep it PG-13.
Let's try to keep it PG-13.
Yeah, let's keep it.
All
let's
right.
keep it low. Let's keep it marble level. Okay, marbles.
Marble
clean,
level.
You
All right.
know.
This has been very exciting, but I think maybe we should try and get into our first topic today, and I think we should open up with Marbula 1, because, man, we've been waiting too long. I just can't wait anymore. Like,
God, it was such a good event.
So, Johnny Marble, you're a guest, so why don't you give us your thoughts
before
first?
we get into that, I just want to ask him. I'm just curious about something. So when you listen to the podcast, do you like... Do you skip the parts with your voice? Do you listen to try to get better? Do you cringe?
I normally hear my voice a lot doing, like, recordings for the news section, so I get real tired of hearing it, so I'll just skip past it a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah! We forgot the question, Waff, before we get into Marbula 1.
Oh, right!
Because he is the first-time guest. All right, we always ask the
Sure,
first-time guests this. And if you're out there in the comment in the world of podcasting and you listen to the podcast all the time, you can say the question along with me. Ready? How did you get into marble sports? I wonder how many.
Oh God! All right. So I was on YouTube one day and I was looking up NFL highlights. All right. And I saw this little video going, Marble Olympics. And I'm going, God, I'm interested. I gotta click on it. And I think I clicked on, what event was it? It was the one where they had the top spinning. And that the marbles doing it, and they like ruined the
the fidget spinner
sides.
collision.
This fidget spinner collision. That's right.
That was
I got
a good
to
one.
that
I wish
one.
they brought it back.
And I was like, I'm hooked. I gotta know more. And it was a slippery slope. And now here I am.
A very. I had a pun for marbles, but I lost it. I'm sorry. But
That's
that is
horrific,
awesome.
man.
Yeah, that's a good episode to come in on, though, I gotta say.
I think it was the best episode for me to come in on. I was like, God, this is just awesome.
Yeah, like that was the moment that really, I think, really sold it for me personally. Like, this is something I'm gonna stick with.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for me
Like-
it was just the. Oh yeah, go ahead, Johnny. I hate to cut
Also, like how well
our news guy
put
off.
together the episode was.
Yeah,
Really sold me. I was
exactly.
like, this is professional level.
Yeah, like this the for me it's the commentary. Just the guy who does commentary could
Greg
literally be doing commentary for professional sports, and so you watch it, and because that audio part is as important as the visual, you're like, wow, this guy sounds professional when he's into it. So I feel like I want to be into it because it's professional. So that was a big deal for me. Of course, the editing is also just it's masterful, man. It's
And the amount of
masterful.
effort they put into making the circuits and the sets is just insane.
Oh my god, it must take them forever because they tweak every little. Oh, I hit my mic. Sorry, guys. They tweak every little block and to make sure the track is curved correctly and has a lot of speed but not too much speed. And it must be insane, man. It must and for like the Marbula 1 part to get all those times right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like to get the
I couldn't
fastest
keep
lap
up.
thing, they have to time every marbles every lap. That must be incredibly difficult to do.
Oh yeah.
That guy's poor stopwatch.
Oh man, I mean, in all honesty, if I was doing a Marbula 1, I would take out that fastest lap thing, because you realize how many hours of work that adds on just the one fastest lap point. It's 1 point, guys, just one extra point.
You're probably looking at like a doc of just times going who had the fastest lap.
Yeah, actually, I saw Fubico, who I'm connected with, has he sent like a picture of like how he has to do that part, and dude, he has papers upon papers of just grids of times and times and times, and that's just for 1 point, man. 1 point.
It really makes you appreciate how much effort and love goes into making just Marvel Sports stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You need someone who can devote all their time and just be all about the marbles. Man, they gotta be all into the marbles.
Who would have thought that we would all love marbles?
Can you say Rangers for me, Johnny?
I mean, it's in my name, so.
Can you say Rangers?
I am an Ranger fan, if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, can you say the word? Because I love when you do it.
Oh, you want me to? How do you want to do it? Do you want me to like do the normal news one? Say, Ranger.
Yeah, I love that so much. The Rangers.
All right, well, we're 10 minutes in. We really should move on. Like, this has been like, I think okay. We gotta keep us on track. We're gonna be here forever otherwise. All right, so let's talk Marbula 1. So Johnny, since you're a guest, I'll start off. Tell us how you felt about it and like what your first like major thoughts on it are.
Oh man, my first major thoughts were, God, this is impressive. Like,
exactly.
They posted the teaser of just showing the track off, and I was like, that is something that you didn't think you would see for just Marble Sports. It's just a circuit like that. And then of course you had the qualifiers, which was like very fun to watch. And of course my Rangers came in first in the qualifier, so I'd had pretty high hopes going into the event. But just watching the whole event go out was really cool to see. I love lap races, and I'm glad that Marvel has got one, because, oh man, it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree. The excitement level, like when you actually... we'll get to the qualifiers later, because I have some distinct problems with both Fubica and Marbula 1's qualifiers, to the point where I literally don't like watching them. But the actual race is so exciting, because I love the lap amount. I love how it's a lot of laps, because you kind of can see it build up, and you know that, like, when the race starts and the three marbles that had the front spot, so had first, you're like, that's expected, but you have a whole bunch of laps to watch the limers from last place maybe one day make their way up to the front.
Also really goes into like storylines of it, like the Savage Speeders, they started pretty much in last and they came up to get fifth. Like you can't like strip that.
Yeah, exactly. And the Rangers holding that head point as well.
Yeah, they got the fastest lap on their track.
Yeah, but like my friend is a huge Savage Speeders fan, and of course we have to be rivals when the season starts.
My God, there must be some crazy fights going on.
So me telling him, hey man, we took first on your track for the qualifier. He goes, just you wait, big boy, just you wait.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh dude, that must be insane to like to have people, because I actually, I'm really into Marble Sports, of course. I mean, like, how could I, if I was not into Marble Sports and I'm doing this right now, that would be very confusing.
Yeah, this podcast wouldn't be happening.
Yeah, that would be very, and if it was, that'd be confusing. But, like, I don't have anybody who, like, lives near me, like, one of my closest friends who's, like, really into it, like, all into it, too, like, in the Discords and everything, like, that lives with me that I see. So, like, it must be nice to have somebody who, like, who's not just on Discord. You can see them physically and you can talk with them, and like, you have that rivalry going about your teams. I mean, that's so fun.
Me and him have rivalries in every sport. So, him picking the Savage Speeders without knowing that we were rivals already, like, that's just fate right there.
Oh, actually, I gotta ask. I really gotta ask this. I can't believe we're not asking this more to our guests, but I'm so curious about this. Do you consider Marble Sports a real sport, or do you feel that there's some more things that really need to be added to it, or some the bigger community, or some sort of extra thing that still needs to come for it in order for it to become a real sport? Because I feel like the way I would say it, I'll just give my response real quick. Marble Sports, I want it to be a real sport. I love it as a real sport. It's for me, it's just not there yet, because I feel like there's still more a history that needs to be added. There's still a bigger community. There's more maybe more organization to the human interaction to it that can actually affect the teams. I feel like once there's like another hump we have to get over maybe in the next few years that will make it a real sport. But what are your thoughts on it?
Man, I had to write a whole paper in high school on what is a sport. So
really,
I like to think I'm pretty good on definition of sport. But marble sports, to me, I know it's not like a human athlete going in racing or running laps or something like that, but to me, it fits every need a sport has to have. It has storylines, it has competition, it has just energy, it has a fan base that is almost die hard, I want to say. Like, fans get really into it, and I love that.
Oh my god, they get really into it, do you? You're telling me, okay?
You tell a casual guy, I love this marble team, he's going to go, why? Like, why do you love a marble team? And then you have to explain to this guy, like, it's not just because it's a marble. I know that may be silly, but it's because of the how much time I've invested into watching them do events. So to me, I think it maybe has a hump to get into like casual sports people. But I mean, can you qualify? I mean, you can qualify NASCAR as a sport, which is a tremendous effort on anybody having to drive a car like 200 miles per hour as a sport. And they're not doing too much physical activity besides driving, which is still tough, but it still has the same premise of storyline and competition and dedication to doing it. So I think marble sports is technically a sport to me.
All right, yeah, that's a great answer. I agree with you to a sense. For me, it's just there's I feel like there's another hump we need to get through. I feel like
I don't know what the hump is, like, besides getting into more casual viewing.
Yeah, I guess more viewers, but more like the only thing that marble sports lacks, as opposed to every other sport, is like there being that human aspect that, obviously the athletes, I mean, with every other sport, you can consider the athletes just marbles, since you can't really affect them as a fan. Yeah. Nobody can really affect them as a fan, all that kind of stuff.
Maybe it's personalization that we're lacking, like the like humanizing aspect.
Yeah, exactly. Like what I mean is like, either getting and by the way, this is crazily experimental. I want to do this someday with MSW, our channel, but I have to come up with the right people, right equipment, and right situation. But I want to do some sort of competition which strategically, but not weirdly, involves humans in the competitive aspect of marble sports. I have a lot of weird ideas for that. It has to be worked out. I also feel like there needs to be strides and steps towards really, really popularizing that community coach aspect. Kind of, and MSPNs did it okay, but of course there's the difficulty of they don't release a video. Well, they do it like once every 6 months. But the community, like imagine if Gel Marble Runs had a marble league and everything was the same and amazing, but they had like a human figurehead for each team that wouldn't be overplayed, so the attention's on the marbles, but in the background you'd get quick kind of
I'm sorry to cut you off, but can you just imagine like a halftime like interview with like a human coach going, yeah, we got to work harder out there? Like that would honestly be great to me. I think that would just really add it.
Right, and I feel that that's a hump that can be added, but it's more like, for me, like, I feel if you, and even if the humans are not, like, overplayed, if they're even only just a picture on the screen, for them to be, like, maybe, I don't know, pick someone from the community, Mr. Waff, right? Mr. Waff maybe is the coach of Momo, because he loves Momo for some reason. Maybe just throw his face up on the screen and be like, I can't say his real name. Mr. Waff decided to put Momo as the player for this thing, and then no like extra explanation, no like crazy explanation, just kind of like have that aspect of there is a human choosing which marble plays in each event, kind of coaching them around and making those decisions, and that's hard to add.
Like a subtle touch,
but it's like then you're like, oh, this guy exists and actually thinks about this, and that when you have that, then maybe there could be other fans who interact with that guy and are like, oh, I think you should put Momo in next time, or Momo in, or Mo, and it's kind of, you have this whole community coach aspect. That's hard because of timing, but I think if you could do it, it could be great.
I'm just imagining, like, after NFL games and stuff like that, they have like the post-game interview with like the coach. Just imagine that for like marble sports, like how Mr. Waff, how do you think Momo did in this race here? What do you think he could have done more in here? And just having like him talk about it would be pretty cool.
Man, that'd be the day. I can't imagine like me being the team Momo coach. Oh my gosh, dude!
What an upgrade!
Crazy.
And that's the thing. That's the thing about JMR. I think they are not. I think they're against that. I do, because I've mentioned it before to them, and they're not all about that, the community coach thing. Now, it's not because they don't like the idea, I don't think. I think it's because they honestly don't think it's possible. The amount of, and I think I spoke about this once before, it takes astronomically more work to do a marble sports event than to do a regular sports event, because every step of the process you have to be involved.
Yeah.
As opposed if you do a
yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. You probably
you don't have like the whole staff like the NFL NBA does, where everyone's doing all of this. You have just your group of people has to get everything in place. You don't have like thousands or hundreds of people all squirming around the arena to get it all set.
Yeah, I agree, and it's also like when in like soccer, right? Let's say if you were YouTubing a soccer tournament, when the teams are playing, all you have to do is click a camera and just let the camera roll. As opposed to in the marble sports, when they're playing, you have to be involved in setting and resetting the marbles and all that interaction in there, and that takes a lot of time. And so when you think about marble sports, there's a lot more involved in making it, a lot more time, and so it's like this crazy. It's so much more time that to do community coaches is hard. But if you can work that out, it would be great. It would be insane. Imagine you like not only getting behind your favorite marble team, but your favorite person in the community. Then you really feel personally connected.
I'm just imagining like coach firings.
And if you want to hear JMR's opinions on that, go back to Malikis's first episode where they actually discussed the whole coach thing. But back to Marbula 1, I gotta say, like, it was really great, like seeing like teams like Snowballs, for instance, like doing so good, like after their really bad performance.
Wow.
And like while I was iffy about the slower pace at first, I actually prefer it because it's so much easier to follow what's happening.
I'm iffy on that. Absolutely iffy on that still, because I want to see a fast pace. I understand that like the slower pace is kind of like, oh, I can keep track of all the marbles' movements, but the other side of the coin, because there's two sides of every coin. There's also the side of the coin, but that's so hard to land on. We usually don't worry about it. Why did I say that? Now I forgot what I was gonna say. But it's kind of, I feel that you need to have a balanced racetrack where you have parts of the track where the marbles are going so fast they're almost a blur. But then you have parts of the track where it's slow enough that you can really keep track of them lead changes. And I feel like that will build even more excitement. And that's what I want to see in marble circuits and Marbula 1. You just want to see like parts of the course where the marbles are hitting breakneck speeds, and like as a commentator and as a watcher, you get so like ecstatic over the fact that oh my god, look at how fast they're going, man, like that kind of stuff. And I feel like that. By the way, live chat, it's bracket coin flip if you want to flip a coin. I don't know why we have that, but we do. Sorry, but yes, guys, to the regular listeners, we have a coin flip in our Discord because I don't. It came.
Sometimes
with
you need to flip a coin.
I don't know why it came with the chess pot. I can't figure that out.
Maybe it's to determine who gets black and who gets white to start the game.
Yeah, maybe that sounds like it.
Oh, that's so smart. No, but I think does it automatically do that? I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, that's what I think. I think that a couple of points of speed, or just to kind of really get into that feeling of wow, these marbles are really going fast out there. They're speeding along, like that would be cool. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I like there is like a give and take with this kind of stuff. Like Bill Frosby, for instance, like he definitely would appreciate the slower pace because, like as he mentioned to us, like he even struggled to get into the Sand Marble Rally when it first started because like he had trouble keeping up with the marbles.
Right,
so
right.
It all depends. And like, maybe some of the races will be faster than others, but like I think for right now, like I'm fine with it. Like it does have slightly lower energy, but like I do appreciate being able to kind of take my time to watch it. And I also love how it's more open, and so it's no bunch of like overlapping loops, so I can see at all times basically where everybody's at. That's something I prefer over on the marble circuits.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely think the slower pace really helps you like put an aspect of the marbles like feeling each other out on the course, and like getting used to it and all that.
No. I something to consider. It just depends on the course too.
I mean, and it's only like the first race of the circuit, so they could be faster by the end of it.
Yeah. I would say I don't know. It just depends on like how you do it. I mean, but in all honesty, By Enzo. By the way, Enzo, it's our first time joiner to the live chat, guys. He's heading out for the night. Great to see him here. He speaks Portuguese and Spanish, so he's pretty cool. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, besides that, because that's difficult. Yeah, some people are going to prefer the slower because they want to actually see the marbles progression, and some people are going to prefer the fast because they want to be fast. You know how people get. So it's hard to really know. I guess maybe just balance it. Have some courses where like this one, and have some courses with maybe some really fast areas. It depends on what you want to do there. Like maybe they had that one part where they had the little glass or clear plastic descent thing. Maybe string a bunch of those together. So there's a point where the marbles go down really fast, short, and then have a lot more speed for the flat parts, and then kind of lose the speed back to normal speed. So it's kind of like a quick instance of a burst of speed and extra stuff, which might be cool. But
yeah, I feel that.
So
it just depends.
Yeah, something I want to bring up that I'm definitely on the fence about is the whole pit lane thing, because on the one hand, it does simulate what a pit lane is like really well. Once you go in there, you hit the wall line, so you slow down like in a normal pit lane. But should it be there? Because it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't serve a purpose. And I guess you could pretend through role play that they're getting a quick rest up or getting oiled up or whatever you want to say. But at the end of the day, nothing's actually happening. There's no actual benefit to go or necessity to go into the pit lane.
I think that lane, if I were doing it, right, and I'm not doing it, but if I was, I would want to make that pit lane an advantage because it's harder to get into.
Would you put the Hot Wheels tracks have a little motor in it going into make the car go faster? You think you'd put a small one of those in the pit lane?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Wait, how would I do that?
Well, so
you said you wanted to make an advantage, so going to pit lane would actually
what do you mean by a
speed you
motor?
up. Oh, so if you ever played Hot Wheels before, like I did in my childhood, but I was Johnny Hot Wheel. They would
write that down.
Track.
Write that down, Waff. Write that down, Waff.
Write
that
that
down.
Johnny Hot Wheel.
What is that? When I was Johnny Hot Wheel. Something about Hot Wheels. Write it down. Listen back to it. Yeah. Johnny Marble, you deserve that.
Thank you. There's two little wheels in the side of the track that's powered by a battery motor, and a car goes through it. It gets a speed boost, so it goes faster.
Nice.
So maybe put a smaller one of those in the pit lane, so that way he slows down for the pit, sure, but he can catch right back up because that little motor.
I like that idea.
Nice.
That's a really good idea.
I love that. And it kind of shoots you through that straight track and actually keeping that forward motion. That would be great. I guess what came to my mind, because I didn't know about the amazing Johnny Hot Wheels Moda.
Thank you.
Great work. What came to my mind is somehow putting a conveyor belt there, kind of like one of those moving sidewalks where if the marble were to go over that, they'd kind of it's almost like when you start walking on a moving sidewalk as opposed to just walking on the normal ground. The marble starts rolling on a moving sidewalk instead of rolling on normal ground. So it's kind of like, and it would simulate a pit lane, because remember what a pit lane does is, yes, you stop for a second. This is real life pit lane. You stop and get revamped, but you get revamped, which means you're going to be able to go faster from the pit lane.
You
so
get your
actually,
tire change.
Yeah, actually, I would say that the pit lane has. Oh wait, I got it. Here we go. First, third, or quarter of the pit lane is something that slows you down. The last 2/3 or 2/4 of or 4/4 of the pit lane, 3/4, sorry, is either your motor speed boost thing or the conveyor belt. So you kind of you go into the pit lane and you're going slow for a little bit, kind of a little, not that much speed. It's kind of simulating that pit lane you stop thing. Then the majority, the second 2/3 of the pit lane, you're going fast. You're getting extra speed because you got a conveyor belt there, or you got the motor thing that you were talking about, and it's kind of you slowed down, but you gain speed later, as a pit lane does. It would simulate perfectly the purpose of a pit lane.
Yeah. I was thinking about putting the little motor Hot Wheels thing near the middle of the pit lane, so you still have the regular speed going in, and then you get shot out.
Yeah, I agree. Now, there's of course highly tech advanced stuff that would be very difficult to do, but really fun, where you have some kind of video recognition thing. And by the way, this is way crazy, but you know what? You know what did I say about the podcast? Something about rampant creativity. That's what I'm all about here. So it would be like this, and it would be highly complex. But I feel
you're
they
living
can
in
make
the
this
year
stuff.
3000 with these ideas.
Oh, you're like 4020, man. Like we're talking
gosh.
like MSW podcast 7304. I had given it off.
I hope
to,
I'm around that long.
Well, you got a lot of living to do, man.
A lot of living to do.
Oh, Piney, welcome. It would be like this. And this is a crazy idea. This is not possible right now, I don't think, unless you had really expensive equipment. You have a camera above the shit, right? You have it above the little pit lane entrance thingy, and the camera has video recognition. Oh wow! I just hit my pop filter circular thing. Okay, it has video recognition. So if a marble came in, it would know what marble it is. Then it would be able to make it so that the other marble on the team is in like a slot, and then that marble on the team would come out if the video recognition thing. So that one in. So it would like be a switch marble type thing, which I think would be so cool. That obviously is not really that possible at the moment because of you just don't have the equipment for it. But that would be insanely cool if that could be pulled off.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I don't know, Waff. If that could be pulled off, what would you think?
So that it recognizes them. Like, could you actually explain briefly again what you were saying there?
So it'd be kind of like, let's say the O-Rangers. Let's take the O-Rangers. The O-Rangers.
Oh,
everyone knows
Rangers.
The O-Rangers. The O-Rangers. Sorry, that was not Johnny Marble.
No, you did very good. Very good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But it's like, let's
You
say
can
the
take my
O-Rangers.
job. We'll
No,
trade.
no
We'll trade for a
one-
weekend.
Would be able to do. Listen, I don't even think Greg Woods could do your job better. Okay.
He could certainly, probably.
Nah, man, you have that style, man. Greg Woods has a different style. He would be great for the commentary that he does right now.
Hello, everybody.
Which is
Welcome
always
to Marble
flawless,
Sports.
by the way. I actually, because I've been doing commentary for Fubica, so I've been really listening to his commentary to kind of consider what does he do that makes him so good, and I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I would really listen to like Formula One and like NASCAR kind of commentary to see how they would do it.
Yeah, I'll have to take a listen to those as well. But I don't think my commentary is actually that bad. I've gotten some compliments on it. I've gotten some criticisms on it, but I think like I'm able to hold a decent commentary. Yeah. But anyways, to explain Waff's point. Sorry, Mr. Waff. I got a classic sidetrack situation there. What I mean there is, so let's say a Ranger marbles come in. So I don't know who's in the Marbula one, but just say one of the Rangers marbles comes in, and the video camera sees it and registers that a Rangers is coming through. Once it sees the Rangers, because it would be set so that only marble, every time it would see a marble, that marble would already be coming through the pit lane, so the camera wouldn't make that mistake. So it would see the marble, it would release the Rangers marble somewhere, which is somewhere in the pit lane. I mean, and maybe how I would set it up is they would all be lined up, and then if your marble won the qualifiers and got the front of the starting gate, they would also get the front of the pit lane. It would be, I don't know, it would just be kind of like that. So then it would like release that marble, the second one. So like it would be, you could just imagine up the pit lane, and then the front of the pit lane has a little camera kind of looking down over it, so it could see marbles that come in under it. Then the rest of the pit lane has a lot of little tracks that come into it with the secondary marble all lined up there in the back there, like all lined up across. Oh wow, I hit my mic again, but it would be all lined up with each one in it.
That's an interesting idea. That goes against like both NASCAR and like Formula One rules. But I think that'd be a cool idea for like a relay race event in like Marble League, for instance. That would be kind of cool. Yeah,
actually, that could. I don't know.
Like a looped relay race, not like the relay race we have now, where it's just a straight line, but like an actual like looped relay race. That would be kind of interesting, I think.
Yeah, I think it would be. I don't think, now that I think about it more, it may not be the best idea, because then marbles would go through the pit lane more than once, so that would make it really complex, because then there would be still marbles going through the pit lane, right? I don't know. I don't know what the best idea is for them. Yeah.
I guess for me, like one last thing that I noticed, so the preview for the Rangers track is out. It was at the end, and I saw there was a section that was covered in sand, like it's a mini sand rally.
I knew that was coming.
That was pretty cool.
I knew it. I knew
some
some sort of a sand situation was going to be manifesting its way out of there.
I hope no teams hate sand.
Well, they
I
better
remember
not.
I remember when we talked about the Marbula one with MFA. I actually thought that the entirety of Marbula one for some reason was going to be on sand tracks, with the exception of like the conveyor belt. I don't know why I thought that, but for some reason in my head, like, okay, this is going to be a complete sand track.
Well, you was wrong.
Oh yeah, very wrong.
Very.
It's okay. We still love you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, we do. Until he took my rook there in chess, that made me upset.
Take more than your rook real quick. I'm like, we won't have a king for much longer.
Yeah, this is not good, man. Chess, by the way, chess is fun. Shout out to chess and all the different pieces.
Coming
My
soon
favorite
to the
one is
Marble Olympics, or Marble League, is the chess game.
Yeah, Marble League is a chess game. I mean, especially for the fantasy league people, because you got to be like, who's going to win? Is it going to be the Savage Speeders? Is it going to be the?
Yeah, I can't do fantasy sports. I just pick my favorite guys, and I'm like, well, they may win.
Or they may not.
Yeah, they may
They
not.
may win. They may not.
Sometimes you make a pass, sometimes you don't. In the words
Oh
of
my
Focap.
gosh.
I love
Yes.
that quote.
Anything else to say about Marbula one?
Man, I just hope it keeps performing, really good races, honestly.
I think it's going to be great. I can't wait for if the Rangers come in with the sand, I could see the Oceanics. The Oceanics aren't in this. Sorry, the Green Ducks maybe will have a water thing. I actually. I
They
had
have the water tank.
I'm putting my Coke can down to talk about this one. I had an amazing idea
Okay, let's hear it.
for the Green Ducks track. This is what we're going to do. This is probably not what we're going to do, but I'm going to say it anyway. So. It's like an aqueduct. Okay, so like from the Roman times where the water goes through it, and it's kind of like the water. It's almost like a water slide of some sort, right? Where how like the water's there, but it's not like the whole thing. You're not underwater; you're just in the water. And you call it, instead of the aqueduct, you call it the aqueduct.
Ooh,
And then
fancy.
See what I did there? See what I did there? Everybody see what I did there?
I did there.
Comment what I did there. This is to get the people
great.
who listen and never comment engaged. I'm doing the thing where I talk away from my mic like this. It's actually fun. But so and what we would do is like you kind of send water through it like a water slide, and the water would cycle around like the conveyor belt thing, like the marbles do. So it would go around the track and it would go into, I don't know. You could have a pump for that stuff. It does that.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It's like an aqueduct, and like the marbles roll through it, and there's always that little bit of water underneath. Oh, dude, that'd be so cool. And when
Really?
maybe the water collects at some sort of little basin at the bottom that the marbles have to go through. I don't know, dude. That'd be so cool.
That'd be pretty neat. I want that. I vote for that.
I'm not sure how the marbles get out of the water though, and the water doesn't like follow them through the whole track.
I don't know, man. That's
Maybe only like the downhill section is like water, something like that.
I would have to think about how, or maybe like the second half of it or something. So like
Yeah.
the first half's dry, and the second half the pump begins and then ends at the bottom. I don't know. I just think it would be so cool, like some sort of like water slide feel to it. Oh, and maybe you could put some tubes over the top so it looks like the little tube water slide. Oh, dude. Oh, this is so cool, dude. Why? I wish I was on that committee because I just have so many ideas.
what if
I could take their
also
thing to the next level.
They had like a pool like thing for the marble fans, in the arena.
Oh,
Like,
pool on the
some stadiums
side.
with, like,
Oh,
a
that'd be
pool.
so
Yeah.
good.
And you could just see like little marbles with little like duck. You see those duck inflatable things?
Yeah,
you
called
put
the
them around the
duck zone.
marble, and they're just like floating in the pool, watching it.
Little inner
Dude, oh my God.
tubes. Oh my gosh, dude.
Dude, see, this is why we do the podcast. This is why, because there's all these ideas, man. All these ideas.
MSP and JMR Fubeka, take our ideas, please. Make something cool. Make cool
We make
things.
the ideas. You take them for free.
Yeah.
Right here on the MSW podcast.
Right here on the
everybody.
MSW.
Maybe
This is
put our
literally-
names in like the little
Sorry.
bottom corner whenever like you use the idea.
Yeah, like this.
Oh, actually, we got a my notes section for the
Okay,
ideas.
look at that.
We're
but,
basically just
well,
like
you
a
can't.
giant
It's
think
just mine.
tank. We're a giant
Yeah.
think tank where we provide like the whole
Honestly,
Marble
if
sports
I
world
was,
with our
if I
ideas
was
and what we want to see.
JMR or Fubica, I would be listening to this thing because there's going to be some random ideas that come out that you're just like, oh, that
Better
would
get out their
Well,
notepads.
I mean, Fubeka can't really listen to this because he doesn't understand English, so
That's
unfortunate.
racist.
No, that's not racist.
That is objectively
That's
racist.
linguist.
Oh.
We need to get someone to translate our episodes. There we go.
Oh yeah, I know it. I have a Portuguese English translator. I think I have a couple of them, but that would be a lot of work.
Oh, it would take forever. It'd be...
Imagine if they like
But,
redid the
hey,
episode and like
What if we
imitated
just
all their
translate
voices.
the ideas though?
Oh, it's
Just
true.
send them to him.
Well, yeah, I could
well,
actually send this along to Fubica. Be like, hey, I think you should do a water slide type track one time. But see, that's the thing. Like Fubica and JMRC, I'm JMR, I would say RC, but JMR, both of them probably. But Fubica's told me doing Marbula circuit, marble circuit. I don't know what it's called. Is so difficult because of that one thing with the fastest lap and the and all the times you have to keep track of. It takes so much time. He has voiced that upset to me, and so like I'm assuming for JMR, especially JMR has the superior editing and the extra weird, not weird, but like the extra added value they have to the decoration and the fan engagement aspect. It must be so much work to even get one video out per week. I
do not envy their jobs.
Me neither. Like, there's a reason why this hasn't been like that. It like for the past 7 years, it wasn't until Yella that's when I actually did it. Like, because it takes a lot of work, and a lot of people don't have the time or money to commit to it.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like they can't get the videos out so often that there's sometimes gaps because it just takes so long to make videos. So that's why I feel like more channels is better because then there's more Marble Sports year round.
Yeah,
Right.
more Marble Sports equals more news, which equals I still have a job.
Hey.
Facts, dude. Dude, I realize that. Like if the Kung Flu gets me, coronavirus, then not only Mr. Waff loses a job. Oh, and our new half host. Let's shout out to him.
Oh shoot! Right, Mike. I completely forgot. So to our listeners, who aren't on Discord to see the results, Wolves has won the poll, and so he will be our new half host. Now,
Congratulations, buddy.
Yes, congratulations.
Hey, congratulations! Give him a big O Ranger.
Oh,
Rangers!
Yeah. Anyway, guys, Wolves will be our half host, which means that he will join us every other week for the discussion time when we're not having the great Johnny Marble on or Bill Frosby, who was great last week. He's going to be that steady voice in the what is it going to be, the even numbered episodes now?
I believe so, but aren't we going to have another guest next week already planned? So we're
we
kind of
actually already do. So Wolves will be starting on 38 and then do every even.
Okay,
It's
so
my brother, Johnny Human.
Johnny Human. Yes, people were posting that earlier in the
Or like,
chat.
or
And
like,
to answer
I
that
don't
question,
know.
I probably
had an
would
idea.
be Johnny Human.
You called Johnny Human. Oh man.
Well, imagine if Johnny Marble could coach a team.
God,
He would be a Rangers
would.
coach because the Rangers have
I
that
would
cowboy theme, and you're from Texas, right?
Oh, I'm from Arkansas, actually. I'm not
dude,
quite
does
as fancy as Texas.
Does that state even exist? Oh, do you know?
Barely.
This is a completely off chance situation. But do you know the a guy named Travis?
Ooh, I know a lot of Travises.
Yeah,
Do you know a
that's pretty popular
Travis
name.
C? A Travis C who makes marble races?
I don't think so. I should know
Oh,
him
dude,
now.
there's a guy in your state. All right, let me tell you right now. There's a guy in your state named Travis C. I don't know his last name. It's just C. He makes marble races. His channel is World's Greatest Marble Runs. It's like 1,000 subscribers. It's not bad. He could organize it a little bit better, but the races aren't terrible. He is a master builder. That guy builds tracks out of wood like nobody, man. And he's in your states, and he's super cool.
Man, if he ever needs a commentator, he can just feel free to ask me.
I don't know if he does commentary or not, but dude, you can, I don't know, message him over. Go on Instagram, find World's Greatest Marble Races, message him, be like, hey, dude, I'm a big marble guy. My name's Marble Guy.
I'm the biggest marble guy.
Yeah, he's like, and I do the podcast with with the guy Brendan, who knows Brendan from. Oh, how would he know me? How would I say he knows me from the
Look,
Marble
man,
series?
I'm from MSW. Okay, I am the
yeah.
Johnny Marble.
The Johnny Marble. That's all you need to say.
And just let him know, and you could maybe he lives like a mile from you. You don't know. That would be
He might.
crazy, and you could kind of be all marbly.
Yeah,
Be all marbly.
I'd have a second gig.
Dude, that would be crazy, dude. And we're gonna get you out there. You're gonna be doing some commentary for some big marbles later.
For more Johnny Marble commentary or just my voice, head on to MSW and see the news.
Yeah, dude. I would actually love to hear you do some commentary.
I don't know if I'd be good at it, honestly. I don't know.
What do you think, Wolf?
I think he could be good at it. Like, it does require a different sort of like style than what he does for the news. So, but everybody is if you gotta give it a try and like figure out what works, what doesn't. And I think like you have the potential to be a great commentator.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, I think we've covered as much as we can about Marbula, so let's move on to the trivia segment.
Oh, the trivia segment.
Trivia!
Oh, we have to do the random music. I'll do it.
I think Johnny's did it for us.
Let me do a whistle. Let me do a whistle solo.
Okay. I don't know how to follow. It's hard to make a beat with this.
That brings a tear to my eye, boy.
Welcome to the trivia segment. It's the part of the podcast where we make really bad music.
I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, anyways, welcome to trivia segment. Today, Such recorded us a trivia song. We're going to listen to it on
Trivia
the podcast.
Well,
Suchon Mimius recorded one live right now. Let's see what it sounds like.
Well, we can't. I don't think we can do. We don't. Like they can't hear it, so that's gonna be boring for them. So,
I just listened to it. Ready? Let me give you the impersonation. Ready? Here's this song.
Okay.
Trivia, bum bum bum. Trivia.
Wait. Is this like is there our voices?
No. It was his voice. That was funny as hell. No, dude, do the thing. Dude, the thing is, like, I'd have to ask JM to put trivia music in. I might ask him to do that because that would actually be fun. But I like our little sing random music.
I would like to if we could get an official trivia segment, like little tune, the jingle to play. I wouldn't mind that. That'd be kind of cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for MSW Trivia.
Or we could do that.
Or I could get Johnny Marble to voice over something. I've also been considering. I know I'm just. I don't know what we're talking about right now, but I was considering getting. I mean, our intro to the podcast, guys. For those who did not know, I'm going to pretend this is going to be interesting to our listeners. But for those who did not know, our intro for the podcast is voiced by Coop the comedian. If you go check him out, if you like comedians, he's pretty funny. And he is not, he's not like involved with the podcast a ton, but he did the intro for me. That's the guy that voices it. If you're wondering, and so I've always been considering maybe I should change it to be Johnny Marble since he's Johnny Marble, guys. I mean, like, need I say more?
We're gonna put the Johnny Marble. I'm just kidding. We don't do that.
No, we can.
That's my middle
but
name.
But if you're out there, if you're listening, and if you'd rather hear Johnny Marble for our little intro than Coop the comedian, who actually did a pretty good job with it, then comment below, comment, guys. I mean, like, you guys listen to it. You can take a second and comment. I hit my mic again. Sorry. So just get on that, and we'll see.
Yeah, okay, so let's actually get into trivia here. So
Trivia!
I don't know who has trivia questions, but I do have one, so...
I have one. I was sent one by Wolves. Johnny Marble, did you prepare one? I forgot to tell you to.
Oh, no.
Well, someone send them one.
Someone can send you one. All right, so
Piney,
I'll start us off while we wait
for...
for Johnny to get his question. So, in the very first Marbula 1 race... there were a lot of overtakes in the top 5. How many overtakes were there?
I think, was it 6?
In the top 5, not just in the top 1, right?
Yeah, not just first place, but like all in the top 5.
Oh, Johnny Marble, it is way more than 6. I know this because Bill said something about this. Way more than 6.
I'm fuzzy.
Way more. Like I mean, legitimately a lot more than 6.
All right, we'll say 32 and call it safe.
32. Okay, that's good. I know this because Bill told me this. Like I forget if he said it today or like within the last week, but it's just stuck in my mind. It is a solid, unbelievable 47 times.
Okay, I was close to that second guess.
Is that true, Mr. Waff? Because that's what I was told, and Bill Frosby doesn't lie.
That is correct.
Yes.
You remembered correctly. 47, yeah.
That is an
I'm over here going
astronomical.
6.
I mean, like, for the number of lead changes, it was 9, so you were close to that.
Okay. Oh, I was probably
Yeah.
thinking lead changes.
That's
Honestly.
probably
Yeah, you was probably thinking that motherfucking lead
Yeah,
changes.
I picked the one that was more obscure and not
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, and
probably
actually,
wouldn't-
Bill,
We don't
Bill
have a
made
talk
great
after
point.
this show for you embarrassing me. I'm kidding. We're not going to do that.
But sixth.
All right,
I love saying
so
six like that. But Bill made a great point when he said that to me. He said that if a race has as many lead changes as number of laps, then it's an exciting race. And I thought about that. I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I think it was 10 laps, right? So 10 lead changes would make an exciting race, and this one had 9, and this one's exciting. So yeah, it lines up. Mm-hmm. Cool.
all right, so I'm assuming we're still Johnny hasn't gotten his question yet. So Brendan, why don't you give us yours?
Yeah, I also want to mention one more thing. I'm always on tangent here, but
It's okay.
I think those are really exciting races. Like I said, as many lean changes as laps. But I also find an oddly exciting. I don't know if it's just the way I am or if it's also exciting. I always find exciting complete shutouts. I always do, because it's like, let's say the Ranger started out in the first lap, and there was 0 lead changes through the first 8
Now,
laps.
as no Rangers fan, I'd be pretty excited. But as a Marvel sports fan, I'd be like, man.
Now, like, my thing is for that is, like, for me, even though there's not a lot of lead changes, for there to be 0 lead changes, for me, it's like the suspense is incredible, because you're like, oh my god, is someone going to finally challenge him? Is someone going to finally take the lead from him? That, to me, is incredibly exciting. Just like in baseball games, for whoever's seen baseball, when the pitcher is in, like for the first 6 innings, if the pitcher's doing a shutout or like a no-hitter, it's boring because the other team isn't doing any hitting. But once you get to inning 7, inning 8, and it's a shutout or a no-hitter, the suspense builds exponentially. You're like, oh my god, is he going to give up a hit? Is he going to give up a run? Oh my god, this is insane. And that kind of thing. Can that one team hold them off the whole time? That's why I love that, like, almost other end of the spectrum aspect to it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing
anyways.
baseball in there, I feel that.
Nice. Oh, what are you a fan of, by the way?
What do you mean, like sports?
Like, do you like baseball? Do you listen to it?
I'm a huge football and baseball guy, and marbles.
Like, what are
of
your
course.
teams?
Marbles. I'm probably going to upset some people by saying the New England Patriots and the Boston Red Sox.
I see you, dude. I mean, Bill Burr, right? Bill Burr.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who that is.
But man, I have I have a sports city, so it's Boston. I don't like picking teams from different cities, because my state doesn't have any pro teams, so I have to pick one city.
Are you from Boston? Like, at any point?
No, not at all. I've been to Massachusetts, but never, for very long.
Oh, so you just randomly, threw a dart at a map or something, right?
It started actually when I was like 8, and I was a huge Cowboys fan before that. But I saw, the Patriots uniform, and I was like, that's way better than the Dallas uniform. So I just stuck to them, and I've stuck ever since.
The Rangers.
All right, so Brendan, let's go back to Marvels here. What's your question?
Oh, Waff. Waff. Always with the on topic approaches. Okay, anyway, let's get to the question here, everybody. Ready? Everybody. Here is my trivia question from Wolves. Yeah, I'm just gonna read what he says. Okay. Q. How many turns are on the Savage Speedway?
I'm gonna go. God, I want to say 6 again, just for the thing of 6. But I'm gonna go 9. Maybe 8.
I'm trying to visualize the track. It's gonna be more than that. I'm gonna go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to go with 13.
I'm going with 7.
I'm going with 8.
Does it have to be an even number? Wait, that might be a great idea. Let's think logically, right?
Logically?
Live chat, yeah, logically, right. So if it has to be an even number, okay, does it have to be? Okay, so if you make one turn and you make 2 turns and you make 3 turns, then that's 4. That's the only way you can get back to the start. So if you made 2 more, you can make 2 turns. Yeah, you would have to make 4 turns, right? You would, because unless he considers if there's like a one piece that does a 180 turn. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 14. I'm gonna go with 14 because you're right. It does have to be even number of turns. Luna, that is very, very smart. Shout out to our live chat, Luna Dix, who is just man, that was really smart.
I'm gonna go with I'm sticking with my 7. I'm probably misremembering it.
I'm sticking with 8.
Oh, it's gonna be 13. What?
Dang,
Dude,
there's more turns than I
remembered. The first time, dude. I actually can't
want to
believe
go
that.
back and count the turns.
Wait, Wolves. So you're still? Yeah, he's still here. Wolves, can you confirm that for us? Because I feel like the 4th turn thing is right, but was there a 180-degree turn that you counted as one? Because I can't believe Wolves. You were probably sitting there like, oh my god, he's got it right, and then they changed it at the last second, and you'd probably be like howling like, whoo. Somewhat like that. I mean, wait. Oh, let's take a look.
Dang.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, I said 6. 6th.
Oh yeah,
7,
there's 12.
8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, what? 1,
What?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
13.
9,
Yeah.
10, 11. I count 11.
I tried to
There's
mess you
13.
up there with that
Brennan.
12.
Look at
What?
the numbers, dude.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and then they count this as a turn, so it goes back. Then they count this big arc as a turn, so 6th. Then they count. Oh, I see how they do it. Every time you change directions,
Yeah,
it's not just so. No matter how long you turn for in a certain direction, doesn't matter. So it's not just 90-degree turns. That's why it can be an odd number. So it's just whenever you change direction. So if you have a very low angled turn, but you go 10 degrees to the right and then go 10 degrees to the left, that's 2 turns because you change direction. But if you have a 270-degree rightward turn, that's just 1 turn because you go a full amount of degrees, a long amount of degrees, but only in one direction. I totally actually get this now. So I was right in saying 13. And then I said 14 because of Luna's convincing argument. And I think that this whole situation has been a ploy to try to get me to say the wrong answer.
I tried to get you to say the wrong answer earlier.
You did. Yes, exactly, Kaysen.
I apologize.
Yeah. And by the way, for people wondering, for anyone who gets the reference of 6th, awesome, commented, because I can't even believe it. But it's pretty much 6 and then TH and then F. So it's or PH. So it's really fun to say. It makes 6th really fun to say. So yeah.
All right. So Johnny, did you get your trivia question?
I did not, but I did think of one.
Oh, okay.
There's no cheating. You cannot cheat. This is a closed book quiz.
All right.
Sticking for Marbula 1, what is the average lap time?
It was over a minute. I would go 140.
Over a minute?
Yeah, wasn't it? I feel like
It's
wasn't
not-
the fastest lap 133?
I thought that the average lap was like okay, I'm gonna say that the average lap time was 31 seconds.
Oh, it was 31 seconds, not 131. Okay. Oh, okay, because their elevator's pretty fast. So yeah, that's why. Okay.
I don't think they count the elevator.
Are you locking in your answers?
I would
I'm
go.
saying 31.
Let's go 45.
The average lap time is 33.58 seconds.
Oh, wow, how did you know that, Wolves? Someone nailed that in the live chat.
I think it's listed on the actual video itself.
Oh.
Yeah, 30 point. Oh no, actually that's the average.
Oh my God!
speed.
It says it on the picture that just gave us.
You know, that would have been a lot
so
easier than Googling
so
it.
stupid. Is that how you got that question?
I Googled it.
Oh wait, well,
Dude,
okay.
it literally on the turn picture that someone sent, it says the average lap time. Oh my!
That would have been
God.
much easier.
Yeah. Track
Well,
length 12.
I was
12,
digging the
81 meters
entire
'cause
time
it's
you
zero.
were asking questions. I'm like, I've got to get a question.
Well, we don't use cheat sheets here, Wolves. That's
Turns 13 features.
Wolves, I still love you, though. Good job.
All right, well,
I love how putting foam arrows on the track is a feature.
Yeah. Anyways, that was the trivia segment. So, what do we want
we have to music us out for? We have to music out for it.
And that was MSW's trivia segment. Thank you. I feel like we just need a heavy metal section for this. Trivia.
It's like that Batman video, like the
Metal Batman.
the very thick lips, like awaken.
Yeah.
All right, okay, Brendan, we can take it down now. Okay, Brendan, calm. Brendan, stop. Brendan. Brendan,
come on, man.
We're over an hour, dude. We're over an hour.
Can you write that down, Mr.
We've lost him. He's gone.
Sorry. We gotta go.
Can you write that down, Mr. Wolf?
Write what down? Write what down?
The song that I just hummed.
No, that's impossible.
I'll do it again if you missed it. I'll do it again if you missed it.
No.
Yes.
Okay, stop. No.
I can do it again if you missed it.
We're not. Stop. We're not. Do not distract.
It's
no. Stop. No.
I have a mic.
No. JM, you feel free to mute him because we're just gonna start talking now. Okay.
It's just background music. It's okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm peeking so much. Okay. Anyways, so, Johnny, have you watched any of the marble circuits from Fubeca?
I think I watched a good little bit, if I remember correctly.
Oh, Johnny Marble, I do commentary for that, my man. Come on.
Hey, look. Sometimes, things happen, and I miss out on some content.
And I'm telling you, Johnny Marble, I'm improving my commentary every video just for you. I'll admit my Australia one was
I try to improve my news segment just for you guys.
Oh, I appreciate that. But my Bahrain Circuit Race 2 commentary, that was not bad at all. And
you know what? After this show, I will go back and check it out just for you.
You are a star.
I'm actually a marble.
Anyway, so I guess it'd be hard to include Johnny here in the discussion since he hasn't really seen it. So, what could we maybe finish off with here?
I think we've crested.
We could
an
just
hour.
have Brendan just sing us out.
No.
I think we've crested an hour. I mean, is there any other quick thing? Oh, yes, there is one thing. All right. I just wanted we're at the deep part of the podcast here, the end of it. So like most casual listeners have fallen away here. So we got just we got the real ones here. So I really want to
real
address
hardcore fans.
I want to address some tension in the marble sports community with you. Yes, hardcore fans. So I'm not going to drag on about this, but there's been a little bit of a tension recently because, Marble Circuits and Marbula 1 are quite similar to each other, as you might imagine. So there's been a whole little tension about, copying, not copying. And we've came to the conclusion in episode 33, which was a great one, that copying, if you copy block by block, or if you copy the editing style and the team names, then it's a problem. But if you're kind of just using a similar idea because there's not that much you can do with marble sports, then it's not a big deal. And then the conclusion I kind of came to is because there's not that many really good high quality marble sports channels right now, it's pretty much just Fubeca and JMR. That and the addition of more quality, exciting marble sports races is a good thing right now. So, What is your take on that? Do you think Fubeca should continue with marble circuits and is providing an extra exciting content for the marble community, or is he getting too close and should go with something else?
I mean, I'm a big believer in competition breeds the best product.
Absolutely.
And I think that Marbula 1 and circuits. You can kind of play around with similarities. Not every idea is original in some sense. So I think as long as you put enough twist to it, just a little bit, maybe tweak this a little bit, I don't think it's a bad thing. Now, if you did what you said and just copied the team name and everything else, that's a bad thing. But just taking a little inspiration from something, I don't think is that bad. So I don't think there really should be any tension whatsoever.
All right. I think that's a great answer. And guys, just if you're still listening this far in, take that answer and take it to heart. And we are going to close the book on that discussion because, as Waff literally just messaged me, where he'd like if we kind of moved on from the topic. It's created a lot of tension and a lot of difficulty. I just wanted. I mean, he's Johnny Marble. He's been our new news for 20 episodes. Around 20, right? 30.
Well, he came on at 8, and then this is going to be 36.
36. So almost 30. So
28.
About like 28.
I totally
and I just
know what I'm talking about.
I just felt that. Yeah, I just felt that he's been here so long. It would be good to get his opinion, guys. But we are, in lieu of Waff's request, we are going to close the book on that topic. If it slips through my mouth here and there, I'm sorry about that. But we want to try to focus more on the quality and the excitement of the actual world of the marble sports, and kind of, at least in this situation, avoid the drama of the human world in marble sports. Because I'm telling you guys right now, the human aspect of marble sports is not fun, and the marble sports aspect of marble sports is very fun. So let's oil and water it, all right, and separate the oil from the water in this situation. And I did want to get his opinion on this, but we are closing the book on this topic. And with that, everybody, we're going to actually close the book on this podcast. Johnny, it has been unbelievable to have my man Johnny Marble on here.
It's been unbelievable to be on here.
Thank you so much for coming on. Like, this is a dream come true. Like,
it is a dream come true for me too.
The next step is meeting you in person one day.
Man,
that might be a while.
Now, I mean, we might be able to take a step of doing some sort of FaceTime situation there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like a 5'10" blonde guy, so.
Oh, he's a blonde guy, dude. That's awesome. That's not what I expected.
Maybe picture an average-looking dude, and you probably have me. Wait, but I'm a marble. So picture a reddish-white marble that's rolled up perfectly.
Are you a redneck from the South?
Boy, I'm a redneck marble, dumb boy.
You don't even have to try to do the accent. Oh man. When I think about marbles, I think about them rolling objects, and then you pick them up and you put them inside your pump shotgun and you shoot them deep.
Okay. Well, anyways.
Oh boy.
Thank you so much, Johnny.
Only the 8mm one. You can't do that with them 16mm ones. You got to put them in a cannon.
What
All right,
is
boy? You know the fastest way to fire a marble down the circuit? What? You shoot it out of a 12 gauge, bucko.
Oh, you got 12 gauge, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you for coming to the podcast, everybody. We're going to see you later. Check out MSW this weekend, and we got a lot in store for you coming up on Fubica. And never miss a JMR video, because if you do,
absolutely.
New segment.
Oh, yeah, to close us out with some.
Thank you guys for listening. I've been Johnny Marble, that has been Brendan, and that has been the fantastic Mr. Wolf. Of course, they're both fantastic. Thank you for joining us for this podcast.